wasn't a fan. Well, I've been to enough of these to know that if you don't get at least one finger, your protest was pointless. So that's actually a pretty good sign. It's interesting. A few years back, I was protesting right there with Occupy Wall Street, and the encampments were put up right over there. I can't get it in the shot there, but the encampments were right behind this Wells Fargo building. A historic area for protest. So it's not exactly an empirically sound study, but I do like to keep track of the honks and the fingers that you get at the protest. And so if you take a look at the cars going by, and their responses, most cars are just going to drive by, which is pretty standard stuff. But we also have the demonstrations of support from the drivers driving by, beeping and waving and giving us the thumbs up sign. And then, of course, there are also the folks who are not particularly supportive, and they put up not the thumb but a different finger. And so if you're really taking a look at quantify that, I can tell you that the expressions of support from the drivers driving by have far outnumbered the demonstrations of not support. Now, the biggest group, of course, is the group that doesn't respond at all. Right? And we don't know exactly what how they feel about this particular protest, but so far it's pretty heartening to see all of the expressions of support from those driving by, at least. All right, so today here in Lee County.
Hey, ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go!
We got ourselves a twofer going on. We got two protests for the price of one. So we're heading down to the next protest. See how that works out. So we got ourselves a second protest going on right outside the courthouse. Many of these folks are coming directly from the first protest. Not a big crowd yet. This one's just getting. Actually, these are folks who are here a little bit early. Hopefully, there's a little bit more of a turnout coming.
A stadium throw.
Got a pretty light law enforcement presence, not too much. My experience in Lee County protests has been that the police force down here does a really good job of having a presence, but not a overwhelming and threatening presence. They do a pretty good job of keeping things from escalating. We see in other municipalities where the police show up in overwhelming force, and just by virtue of the nature of their militarized response is enough to heighten, intimidation and fear and insecurity and uncertainty, and that's a dangerous spark during a protest. And I actually have a long history of participating in protests in this county, and in fact, a few years ago, I participated in a die-in right here for a person of color who was killed. I want to say it was Tamir Rice. I don't remember. And it's a sad testament that all of them kind of merging together. But we performed a die-in right here on the steps, right in the middle of the day. I don't know how many hundreds of us just lay down right on the steps and on this crosswalk for the amount of time before help was administered. I'm pretty sure it was Tamir Rice. We lay there for the exact number of minutes that he lay there without getting medical attention, and obstructed the the courthouse here. Everything comes around. Okay, here we are. This is sunny Fort Myers. This is Trump country, but as you can see, we've got ourselves a pretty good little turnout for a pro-democracy protest, and most of the signs here are dedicated. There you go. This is heartening. Again, this is a district that Trump won by easily 20-25 points. I mean, this is pro-Trump territory here, but we still see that there is quite the support for democracy and against all of the authoritarian overreaches of the Orange Don, as I like to call him. And here we are. And it's a beautiful day. It's like God is not a cloud in the sky. If there is a God, he's definitely approving of this particular protest. So I'll put that out there. And here we are. People supporting democracy. And I don't even think this is necessarily a liberal versus a conservative crowd. This is a democracy versus authoritarian crowd. And that's good to see. And there's, of course, it is South Florida, so there are the demographic is a little bit older than normal. But we do have a smattering of young people that I've seen as I walk through the crowd here. And this looks like a pretty good little turnout. I guess there's going to be another demonstration in a couple of hours, and we'll take a look at that.